Gator Pit Rich here. Saturday about 9:45 in the morning, and I've got a brisket that I was cooking or am cooking today, and a friend of mine asked me if he could bring his brisket over and go ahead and put that on the pit as well. And today it's going to be on my Texas Premier 2, the 2436 pellet grill. So I've got it going to getting up to temp. I'm going to cook it low and slow today for the most part. I'm going to start out at 225, which it's getting there now. It's 221. It's been running about I don't know, 7 minutes maybe. Anyway, not that long. It only takes a few minutes to get this thing to temp. I filled my hopper up. I've got lumberjack pellets in there. These are 100% hickory, and the hopper is full. And I'm going to let this thing run all day low and slow. And based on previous cooks, I shouldn't have to even worry about the hopper. I got my birdhouse stacks fully open. Got my Gator gauge, my stainless steel drop down table, and I apologize for a dirty outside pit, but we had a huge storm roll through here last night, or actually yesterday, and it got road grime all over it, man. And then that storm blew in last night, and crazy winds. And as y'all know, y'all probably heard in the news, we had several tornadoes touching around us. Anyway, so that's why it's got some grime on it, but I'm not worrying about it. The inside's clean. And here's the two briskets. The brisket here is the one I prepped and seasoned with my CRC barbecue rub. I've got smoky bold and red on there, which is why you see that nice pretty red color. This is a certified Angus. And over here we have the one that my friend brought me that he picked up, I'm not sure where, and he marinated it and or seasoned it himself at home yesterday and dropped it off literally 20 minutes ago. Mine's cleaned up. I like to pretty my brisket up a little bit, and I always score it where I'm cutting against the grain. I don't know if the video's picking up the grains running this way like that. I always like to kind of score it before I cook it. It makes it easier for me after I take it off to know which way to start slicing to get my slices. Sometimes with bark and crust, it's a little hard to see where that grain's going. This way, there's no guessing to it. All right, guys, here we go. Got my brisket on, CRC barbecue, smoky bold and red rub mixed. And then we got my friend who brought me his brisket that he marinated, rubbed, and trimmed himself. I got mine at HEB Grocery. He got his at Dozer's in Fulshire, Texas. This is HEB in Katy, Texas. You can see the meat market that he got it from gave him the trimmings or the sections from when they actually trimmed the brisket. And we got the flat here, and we got the point in the back. And this right here is going to make probably some good chopped beef sandwiches right here. So we slapped all that on there. We got everything on here now. And the time right now, I'm not sure what the time is, and I can't look at my phone because I'm doing a video, but it's probably 10 o'clock. Let's call it 10 o'clock. So we're right at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I got the Gator Pellet Grill at 225. We're going to close it up, and we're going to let it run, guys. Let it get back up to 225, which won't take it long. I've got my birdhouse stacks fully open. I've got my hopper full of lumberjack 100% hickory pellets. That's that 35-pound hopper. And we're going to be eating brisket later on today. I'm going to let it cook low and slow all day long. And I'm going to see if I don't have to add pellets to it. Last time I did a low and slow all day, I did not have to add pellets to it. I could put a brisket on at 7 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning, and I didn't take it off until 5:30 in the afternoon, and I still had about a quarter of the hopper left, if not more. Let's see what happens today. Let's see if I get that same result today. And put your brisket on and walk away. I will come out here just to look at it and spritz it and all that. And I'll shoot a video of the hopper where the hopper is at the time that I do that, and I'll try to date stamp it, time stamp it. But right now, let's call it 10 a.m. on a Saturday, and let's see what this Gator Pit Pellet Grill does with these 3 large cuts of meat in it. See ya. All right, guys, so it's now 2:30 4:30 in the afternoon. We put the briskets on at 10, and I've been running 225 on my Gator pellet grill. My hopper or controller has been set at 225. You can see it says 226. So from 10 o'clock to 2:30, this thing has been running steady at that 225. And let's open up the hopper and let's see how many pellets we've spent. So what, 4.5 hours at running 225 degrees on the controller. I think I went down about 2 inches. I was right here this morning when I filled it up and fired it up, and now I've gone down probably 1.5 inches actually. Here, let's level them out. So I have used maybe a pound of pellets, maybe, at 225 for 4.5 hours. Let's flatten it out and see. All right, I was here, right? Wasn't quite to the very top. I was about right here. You can go back and look at the video, and I'm now there. So yeah, that's 1.5 inches worth of pellets. I'm guessing a pound, maybe a pound and a half. Guessing. All right, guys, I'm just guessing. So that's how efficient the Gator Pit is, man. It's just crazy. That's what that 1/4 inch thick steel does for you. That's what the Gator Pit design, Gator Pit pellet grill design does for you. In addition to our Pellet Pro hoppers that we use from Smoke Daddy. Very efficient, extremely efficient. Let's open up these. Let's open up these, or this door here, and let's see what we're looking like inside. All right, got some bark going on that one. Again, I'm running 225, low and slow. Got the trimmings off of this brisket. That's what that is. That's the trimmings off of this brisket. And I'm gonna give it a little spritz. Let's spritz it a little bit. There we go. Make it shiny and pretty looking, right? You hear the fan kicking on? It's gonna open the door up. That's what these pellet grills do. They maintain that temperature you set it at. Look at that with that CRC barbecue rub on there, man. Ain't that a pretty brisket? That's my certified Angus beef brisket right there. HEB. Looking good. Alright guys, I'm back here. It's 2:30. Been 4.5 hours since this pit's been fired up. And actually it was fired up at 9:45. Briskets were put on at 10 o'clock and I had it set at 225. I just bumped it up to 250. But let's see what it's done in 4.5 hours of burn time. There's your pellets. It's dropped 1.5 inches, so maybe what, a pound of pellets in 4.5 hours, 5 hours since we fired it up. That's it. Think about how long this thing will run at 225 on a 3,500. I'm sorry, 35 pound. I'm used to saying 3,500 axles on a 35 pound hopper. You're gonna get 20 plus hours out of this without a doubt of runtime on a full hopper, and anything you put on here is gonna be done well within that 20 hours that you're cooking. So you can put your meat on, set it, forget it, go do whatever you want, go for the day, go somewhere and come back in the afternoon and evening and eat and brisket and not tending your pit. Again, we're almost 5 hours into runtime at 225, and that is all. My hopper was filled up to here, and now it's there 1.5 inches drop. That's it. Extremely fuel efficient on burning pellets to run at 225. And again, I just set it at 250. Actually, I set it at 270. I'm sorry, we're at 270. I'm cranking my briskets up a little bit. I want to have these things done by a certain time. I've got family and family and friends over here, and we want to be eating here by 6 o'clock. So I bumped it up a little bit. I apologize for my allergies, man. Jeez. And that's that Gator Pit pellet grill, guys. Again, I just want to show the efficiency of this thing. 5 hours of runtime, and I went from there to there. That is 1.5 inches drop, which is maybe a pound and a half worth of pellets, I'm guessing. Maybe 2 pounds, even if it's 2 pounds, that's nothing, man, in 5 hours. I don't think. Hell, it may not even be that. I mean, just again, I keep emphasizing it. I'm just amazed at. I only went from here to here in 5 hours. That's it. 1/4 inch thick steel, and it's the internal design of this thing that makes it extremely efficient. put some sauce in this. Look at these briskets. Let's get a little squirt. Threw some links on there. Some sausage links to eat here in a little bit. Good sizzle, that fan kicking on. Some fan sticking on because I opened the door, let my heat out. And we're going to close it. And it's going to jump right back up the temp real quick. We'll be back up to about 270 in, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. Alright guys, I'm going to hit the pool. I got my family and them just drove up, and my granddaughter, and I'll see y'all here in a little bit. Bye. Alright, I'm out here back at my pit. I told y'all I set it at 270, either 270 or 275, I can't remember, but it's running 277, 276, so let's bounce around at 275. And my gauge on my door is 275. Individual results may vary, and I say that because pellet grills are weird animals when it comes to door gauges and PID controller or hopper settings being the same. The reason this one's running the same is because they don't have a lot of meat in there, probably is my guess, and it's a big 24-inch diameter, so it's got a lot of airflow through there and a little less restriction and from the meat that's in there, and that's probably why they're matching up pretty good. But if you have a pellet grill, your door gauge doesn't always match up to your hopper over there, but this one really doesn't matter. Even though it's a Gator gauge, it's a pretty gauge, it looks good. This is the one that matters. Let's open this thing up and see what we got. And let's stick a thermopin in there. Hang on guys, I'm trying to do all this with one hand. Let's stick a thermopin in here and see what we got. 146, 147, and the point flat is 140, same temp, 146, 148. Let's check out this brisket. Run a little cooler, it looks like. Feels a little tougher too, 163, wow. Let's stick over here and look in and see what happens. 155, and of course we got the trimmings over here. 156. Let them go a little while. I do wrap my briskets, so I'm going to let them go for a little while. I'm going to come back here in probably 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm going to wrap them up. See ya. Alright guys, here we go. We are now at the final stages of the briskets, and they are done. It is 7:23. We've been running about 10 hours now on this Gator Pit pellet grill. And I fired it up around 9:30, 9:45, put the briskets on at 10. It's now 7:23, and let's see what we've spent in this hopper. Wow, not even halfway. Look at that, not even half spent. We were here at 9:30 this morning, and we're only down about 3 inches. You can see that. And we still have, Lord, that's 10 hours, right? Around 10 hours of running 225 for 4.5 hours, if I recall. I might have to back the video up and find out. So we're 225 on temp on the hopper for 4.5 hours, and I bumped it up to 270, 275, and I've been running that ever since. As you can see now, it says 278, if you can read that, I don't know. 278, so I've been running at 275 the remaining approximately 5 hours, and that is all we have used in this hopper. I would say it's extremely fuel efficient. I did wrap my briskets. I've got that brisket trim already pulled off. It's actually in the house. This is my brisket from the HEB, which is my certified Angus beef, and then this is the brisket that my friend brought me, which I don't know what kind of meat or grade of meat that was, that he had prepped and brought to me to cook. So I just took it straight from his pan and just threw it in the pit as y'all saw earlier. So I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. And but they're all running right now about 206. I poked them. They're running around 206. I poked them with a thermopin, and they're around 206. And I'm fixing to kick this thing down over here. Just kick that down and kind of just hold them and just let them sit. he's not going to pick his brisket up for a while, so I'm just going to turn my pellet grill down to basically warming temp and just hold them until everybody's ready to eat and he's ready to come pick his brisket up. But guys, that's how simple this is. I've actually been sitting in my pool with my family and some friends that came over, and I haven't done anything. I mean, I set the temp this morning, put the briskets on at 10 o'clock, and here they are. I fold them at 165, 168, and put them back on the pit, and haven't done anything else other than that. And here's where my hopper is. I still got a good 3/4 of my hopper left, and this is after running 10 hours. 10 hours, man. So I've got a good 25, probably 30 hours of burn time out of this Gator Pit pellet grill on a full 35-pound hopper. It's extremely fuel efficient. Any meat that you put on here is going to be done well within that time. You won't have to worry about your hopper, man. Put your meat on in the morning, put it on at night, let it run, and just go. Go do whatever you want. Go to sleep, go to bed, go to work, go fishing, and come back in the afternoon, and there you go. Wake up in the morning, and there you go. Your meat is ready. Gator Pit Rich Robin. Blue, say hi to everybody, Blue. Blue, say hi. There's Blue. She's my shadow. Again, Rich Robin, Gator Pit, Texas. Gator Pit Pellet Grill. See ya.